I'd be great in this world, you know. And he was like, "What are you talking about, Rachel? You're not going to be half of me. You're not going to be a full of me. You're going to exceed my expectations. I can already see it. I know it." And that's what he expected on a daily basis. He expected us to do better, be better. It was always about reaching for the sky. He used to say, "Reach for the sky. If you do fall, then you're not too, at least you're not falling below to mediocrity. You're falling at a level of, you know, above average." One other thing, reaching to the sky, I recall when I wanted to, when I was, well, before I got to university, I wanted to study. I was a golfer. I played a lot of golf. My parents introduced me to the game. There were not, I think I was the only girl who played golf, who had a handicap in the whole of Mombasa at that time. The entire time I played from like maybe 9 to 18. So I didn't really have friends to play with. The boys were very noisy on the course, so I would avoid that. So the people I played with are actually my family. I played with my dad and my mom and my brother. Every Sunday we had family golf Sundays. In the morning we'd go to church and then we played golf in the afternoons. And then we would also play, you know, in competitions as a team together. So initially golf was just for fun, and then it reached a point where, somebody in Nairobi noticed there's actually a guy in Mombasa who's actually good. So then my parents started taking it more seriously, investing more in my training. I recall my dad. I was asked to represent. I was selected, or to represent Kenya at the British Junior Open. And at that point, my parents felt like, at that point, South Africa was the place where people would go for training. But the question was, who would go with Rachel? She can't go to South Africa alone, a young teenage girl, for 3 months. By the way, my brother was allowed to go alone, but I wasn't at the same age, but anyway. So at that point, I think my mom had some big conference she was handling, so she couldn't go with me. My dad was managing partner at Kutu, his law firm at that point, and he had just become the managing partner. But he told them, this is important, and he said, "I'm going to be away." So he left, and for 3 months we spent the whole time in Johannesburg. We just were in a hotel room. Every morning he woke up, took me to the course, to the range. We practiced 6 a.m. to the robust program, 6 a.m., 6 p.m. He was my caddy when we went out onto the course. Basically just hang out with me the whole time. So I think that's one of the things he really wanted me to be great. I recall when I told him that I want to be a lawyer, him actually saying to me that, why would you want to be a lawyer when you can be the next, Michelle Wee. Michelle Wee was the person, was the golfer, or the next Tiger Woods for everybody else. But I really liked Michelle Wee at that point because she took on the boys, the men, in the professional tournaments. So he really just, he was like, no, don't go to my level, become an advocate. Go beyond, think about going to, the US, becoming a golfer, whatnot. But I love golf, and I think I really just love golf because I just enjoyed it, the family time. But I knew that for me, the professional life was not where I wanted to go. I wanted to be a lawyer, and part of the reason, a main part of the reason I wanted to be a lawyer was my father. He always involved me in everything. Like the number of times he'd take me to court with him when we were in the holidays. I'd just sit behind and I thought it was really cool, to be an advocate in litigation, until I became an advocate and started practicing and doing litigation and realized that I think I prefer commercial more. But he inspired me, I think, in literally every aspect of my life. So another thing I've written down here is with regard to being Bukusuman, there's this concept that as a woman, you should sit back, not speak, all that.